Hi everyone, and welcome to Inside Bristol. I'm your host Sheridan Nichols, and I've got Angela Morris with us today from the American Red Cross. Thank you so much for being with us. And you're in a new role with the American Red Cross. Tell us about that.
I'm actually filling in as interim executive director. Our executive director, Heather Carbajal, received a promotion within the Red Cross and has moved to Minnesota.
Oh, wow.
So, yes, we're very happy for her, and we are looking for a new executive director.
Oh,
so
good.
I'm just kind of filling in until that spot gets hired.
So you are very busy.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the American Red Cross. I mean, I know it does so many things. Sometimes we kind of put you in a little box of this, but really there's a lot to it.
There are. We're very busy. We have 5 different lines of service, and we serve many different communities. So primarily you're going to hear about disaster relief because that's in the news a lot with the larger scale disasters. What you may not know is that the number one disaster that we respond to are those single family home fires. And we respond to those over 14 counties in Northeast Tennessee. So disaster, we do regular blood drives on a monthly basis within Johnson City and Kingsport. We also are serving our military through service to armed forces. We provide casework and emergency communications between their families and deployed service members. Okay. So lots of things going on with the Red Cross.
So we've got summer right around the corner here, and summer safety tips is always on everyone's mind. I think sometimes we forget, and I know you get out there and you're not used to putting sunscreen on, and then you're thinking, I wish I had sunscreen on.
Yes.
So what are some of the key things that we can do to protect ourselves?
Well, especially for heat, you want to stay hydrated. And the most important thing to remember about staying hydrated is that caffeinated sugary drinks do not hydrate. They dehydrate. So you want water, Gatorade, something like that to stay hydrated in the heat. You also want to make a plan for getting out of the heat. So making sure that you're going in on a regular basis and cooling down in the air conditioning should always be a part of your plan. Not working in the middle of the day if you can avoid it. Looking for shade if you are outside, and taking those frequent hydration breaks.
Yeah, I think that's a big one. We all forget to drink enough water. That's definitely something.
And when you're sweating, you need it. You need more water when you're sweating.
Absolutely. Well, these are some really good tips. And I said the sunscreen, so don't forget that. We know that's a big one.
Yeah, sunscreen is very, very important.
Anything else you can add? Anything else we need to know?
Well, as we move into summer season, water safety always comes to the forefront of mind because everybody is swimming, going to the lake and river and beach. So water safety is always important. The number one cause of death, accidental death for children 1 to 4 is drowning, accidental drowning. So making sure that children are always supervised by an adult who's paying attention, not playing on their cell phone and taking naps or reading. You want to make sure that you're paying attention to your children. Children should always swim with a buddy. If you go to a pool, they should swim with a buddy near the lifeguard. It's best to choose to get into water and swim where lifeguards are on duty. Right. And if swimmers who are inexperienced should always have some sort of a flotation device, be wearing a flotation device. In a pool, everybody should wear flotation devices in and around lakes and rivers and streams, things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And the nice thing is there are lots of swimming lessons available. You see signs for them all the time now. So this is definitely the time that if you do have an inexperienced swimmer at any age, you could sign up for some of these classes and.
And you can contact your local pool to sign up for those swim lessons. The Red Cross has traditionally, do preparedness education in the community. So if groups would like for us to come and talk about preparedness and how to prepare for emergencies, we would love to come and speak to your groups. You can call our office and we will make arrangements to have a presenter come and speak. And if you want to look more into water safety education for your child, we have Longfellow's Whale's Tales available online at www.redcross.org.
Oh, perfect. Well, these are great tips, good suggestions. It was really great to see
Thank
you and
you.
meet you, and thank you so much for stepping up to this position for the interim.
Yes.
I know you're busy, but we appreciate it.
I
The city
appreciate it.
appreciates it.
Well, we appreciate the opportunity, Sharon. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Well, don't go anywhere, and we'll be right back. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Inside Bristol. I'm your host, Sheridan Nichols, and I've got Samantha Gray from Theater Bristol, and we're talking Little Mermaid. What a great summer show. Great way to kick off the summer and go see The Little Mermaid. It's just a classic, and how can you not love that story? Tell us a little bit about it and what we can expect and where we get tickets.
Yes, so we think we're making a splash this summer. We are very excited about the show. It's been in the works for a long time. It's directed by Glenn Patterson, who did Disney's Beauty and the Beast, which was very exciting in our community. And of course, he's done Sound of Music and Fiddler on the Roof, and he's just tremendous. And we have a cast of 39 from around the region. And the show opens June 7th and runs for 2 weekends only at the Paramount Center for the Arts.
So get your tickets now online, or you can stop by the Paramount and get them.
Yeah, you can do it either way. ParamountBristol.org. It is important to watch where you're buying them from, because there are people out there selling them for like $200. They are not $200. They are $16 a piece with fees, which takes to like 21 something. And then for seniors and students and military, they are $12 a piece with some fees.
I am so glad you mentioned that, because that has happened, to me before, when you're looking for a ticket and you think, oh, the show might be sold out, and then you figure out you've been redirected to a different website. So thank you for mentioning that. And then you've got a great summer lineup, really, lots in the works.
We do. We have our, we did Rainbow Fish, and we're kind of like, okay, well, we're going to do Little Mermaid, and let's just keep it going. So we're talking about doing Finding Nemo Kids for summer camps. Our summer camp starts in June. And then we have Diaries of Adam and Eve, and we've been doing it at the Sessions Hotel at their Lauderdale Stage and Lawn. So you have to bring your own chair. You can get tickets online. And the next show is June 22nd, and then there's one in July 27th. So it's kind of like once a month we're kind of doing it.
Okay.
And then it'll probably be back on the Art Space stage in August. And then we have our fall shows, but we'll save those for later.
Yeah, because we know we'll have Samantha back on between now and then.
Right now our priority is Ariel and Prince Eric and King Triton and the Mer sisters, which is a whole thing of amazing costumes and sets.
Sebastian, the whole crew will be there.
Flounder, Flounder's on Heelys.
Oh, I love this.
It's going to be really a spectacle.
Cute.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited. We'll definitely have to come.
Yeah.
And I love the outdoor idea with the Diaries of Adam and Eve.
Oh, it works. So we thought it might work, but it worked even better than we thought, because they're in the Garden of Eden for half the show, and then they get kicked out.
Of course.
It's very funny. It's loving. It's a great date night out. It's hysterical and touching.
Oh, I love that.
It's a beautiful love story.
Oh, that's great. Well, thank you so much for sharing all that today. And thank you for watching. We will be right back, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Inside Bristol. I'm your host, Sheridan Nichols, and I've got Officer Rourke with me today, and we're talking about travel safety tips. School is out, and people hit the road, go to the beach, and go see family, road trips, lots of safety travel, and some safety tips for everybody.
Yes.
Where do we start?
I think probably big primarily issue that we see with school being out is obviously increase in wrecks, speeding. Fatalities, unfortunately, go up on the road during the summer months. So, we would love to see people kind of make more of an effort to kind of do a pre-check, make sure that your car's been serviced, check your air pressure in your car, on your tires. Make sure your car seats are installed properly. If you have a question, you can call the police department. We can take a look at them. Do anything that you can think of to maybe prepare for travel. Pack extra water just in case you get stranded and you've got kids in the car and it's 85 degrees and you can't run the car for a long period of time. So just take those extra steps to make sure that your family and you are prepared in the event that something might happen that could detour you.
Yeah, and also it can get hot in the car even with the air conditioning, so just have to be extra careful with kids in the car and animals in the car.
Yes, we stress, especially in the calls increase dramatically when the summer months. For some reason, everybody wants to take their dog with them to run errands, and a lot of times they don't think it's as hot as what it is. And even on days that are overcast, your car can heat up within less than 10 minutes to above the temperatures that a dog or even a child can withstand. So if you're going to want to take your dog with you somewhere, obviously make sure that you can leave your car on and your air conditioning's running, and obviously never leave your child in your car unattended. But just kind of be smart about it, because people do call us a lot for pets and children left unattended in the car. And even if it's just one little quick errand in the store, and that's all sometimes it takes for the dogs or the children to become overheated and possibly die.
Yeah, that's definitely very scary and something we need to be thinking about. And I like the idea of having like an emergency kit in the car too.
Yes,
because sometimes if you do get stranded, or something does happen with the tire and you have to pull over and it's super hot, to have the water and then just some extra things you may need.
Everything from Band-Aids to maybe a jump box to or jumper cables if you still have those, and just making sure your phones are charged, and making sure that you are prepared to handle what comes at you. Make sure that maybe how to change a tire. And if somebody's with you that you don't know how to change a tire, maybe ask for a AAA membership for Christmas, and to make sure that you're covered. If you're a single mom or whatever, traveling with children, make sure that you've got somebody that you can rely on if you get a flat tire. Or you can always call your local police department. We come and change tires all the time and just help anybody, so that's always an option too for help.
And I think too, in the summertime, alcohol can become a little bit more of an issue.
Yes.
Just because, again, it's hot out, you're drinking more because you're trying to hydrate, because you're sweating, and that definitely doesn't go hand in hand, obviously, with driving, but really anything.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, obviously, the more that you're going to be drinking, you need to be drinking good fluids, water and Gatorade and things like that are actually going to hydrate you, not dehydrate you. And of course, we always stress, it's okay to drink, but just don't drink and drive. So, unfortunately, that is a big issue that we see, along with the fatalities. There's a lot of alcohol involved crashes, and unfortunately, a lot of that can be prevented by just having somebody with you that will either is willing to drive you or call for an Uber or just pitch a tent and stay where you're at.
Yeah, and even on the lakes, because we all know we love our lakes around
absolutely.
here. So
just camp. And
That's right.
Enjoy yourself if you want to, but just don't get in the car and put everybody else at risk.
Perfect. Anything else? Any other good little travel safety tips?
We really want everybody and their families to get to their destination safely. So take your time and don't tailgate. Don't allow the enough room for you to make reactions based on somebody else's actions. So, and just, we want you to be safe, and you want you to come home safe. So anything that you can do to try to help officers and the highways, out on preventing wrecks and accidents.
And I think it's a good time to talk to your kids that are staying home now that it's summer, those preteen teenagers that do stay home if you go to work, and just kind of go over the house rules again and things that they need to know.
Emergency contacts,
Yes.
Make sure that they know not only that they can call 911, but they also, our non-emergency number for our dispatch. They can call us if they get scared, if they hear something and their parent's not able to come home and check. But, make sure that you've got maybe a trusted neighbor close by, and that your children know the rules and know not to leave the house without you, not to answer the door. It doesn't matter if the doorbell rings. You don't have to answer it. So, and I mean, going over those safety rules would be really, really helpful. And also, it's helping your kids kind of pre-plan and make better choices.
Absolutely. Well, thank you
you're
so much
welcome.
for joining us
Thank you.
today. And thank you too. We'll see you next time.